Hey guys, Rachel Kelley here. Hopefully you all can hear me okay. I'm not echoing. I got my Yeti mic that my son bought me for my birthday. Just wanted to shoot you some information and some training that I believe is going to be able to help you. Currently, I'm working on a mentorship program, something that I've always wanted to do, but unfortunately, fear was always stopping me. So pushing past some uncomfortable places. And I want to be able to share with you some things that I have discovered on my own, as well as things that my mentor has taught me in regards to getting ready to promote a product. So today's training is going to be 7 things you must do before launching your idea. You know, you may have a business that you want to launch or a course idea, and my goal is to help you to be able to launch it without all of the frustration. So one of the things that you want to do is you want to look at what interests you have. You know, if you have an interest in a particular thing, then that's going to be a great place for you to start. You know, you could actually have, like, you know, you could have gone to the movies, or you can go somewhere or an event, and you would just get this great idea. You can actually take that idea and make something out of it, whether it be a business or a a course. You know, the other day my girlfriend and I, we were talking about how we see, you know, many people in the like internet marketing, network marketing space, who they sign up for a product or program and their sponsor is not available there to help them. Now, actually, we talked about me, you know, mentoring, something of that nature. So that is one of the things that's going to be in my course. So, or in my membership site. So if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to let me know. I'd be glad to have you a part of my community. So several things need to happen before you get started. And one of those things is you need to do what they call a brain dump. You know, we dump in everything in life. We'll dump on relationships. We'll dump about everything, right? So it's the same thing with your business. You need to do a brain dump. And the way that you can do that is several things. One is you can get with, you know, some friends that you know that you feel very comfortable with and you trust. You can share with them your idea, see what they think. You can also brain dump just on people that, you know, are in your space. Just kind of see if it's something that they're interested in. Another thing you want to do is go over to like Amazon, see if there are books selling on it. That's a good indicator to you that it is a product, a viable product that you very well could sell. And while you're over there, go ahead and grab 2 or 3 books, order them so that you can become well versed in that subject. It takes about reading about 2 or 3 books in order to be an expert on something. So that's going to help you even more to be well versed in the subject matter that it is you're thinking about starting. Also, you want to use, I should have got some water because my mouth was tired or dry. But you can use Wikipedia as another form, or even Facebook and YouTube. You can go and get your ideas from there as well. So, you know, go ahead and make sure you order those books over on Amazon, and you can then go into those other platforms and begin doing research in that area. So now you know, you've gotten pretty much the idea down. Now it's time to sit down and, if you read, with your pen and paper, and just begin to write ideas down. And I'll tell you, you'll start getting ideas throughout the day. No matter where you're going, you're going to always be getting ideas on that particular subject. So make sure you always carry, a carry a pen and piece of paper with you, because you're going to get ideas all the time. So it's really important that you do that. So now it's time to get into your creative space, get in a chair, quiet somewhere, and begin to write down the ideas that you have in your head. Also, you know, after you do that, you want to take several days just to kind of, you know, ponder on it, not really do anything in particular. Just, you know, be really quiet and ponder on that idea. What you're going to find is you're going to be able to get more clear. You're going to be able to really pull all the pieces together for that product. The next thing you want to begin to, they call it, you know, plant a seed. You want to be able to actually start the process of this course, this idea, this business idea that you have. And the way that you can do that is, you know, you want to start doing like a survey. Like for for my mentoring program, I did do a survey with my list. You can do a survey with your list as well. Also, you can write an email to people that are close to you and kind of get their opinion. I highly recommend surveys, but you want to make sure when you do your survey that you pick really 4 or 5 really good options for them. Don't give them too many options though, because you give them too many, it's going to distract it. And then there's certain survey program. I use SurveyMonkey, but there's one that will allow you to mix them up. Because what I found was that people have a tendency, if it's too many of them, they'll pick maybe one of the top 3 or something. So if you can they mix up, then it's good. And that way they can really go through and read them, and you'll get a better idea of what type of feedback that they have. And if you don't do the survey, just get a feedback from those people that you're sending that information out to. And based on that feedback, you'll be able to fine tune that product or that program or that business idea, taking both, the criticism and the positive feedback. You can be able to do both of those. Now it's time for you to beta test. During beta tests, you don't want to charge this huge amount of money, right? You're just testing, and then you're testing. You're going to, you can start out with $1, you can start out with $7, but a really, really low price, and you give these individuals the option to just stay in the program for that one-time price. And your goal is to get some testimonies. Get people to give you some testimonies on how that's working. So that's another thing that you want to do, is be able to get testimonies. And during this beta testing time, you're going to be doing a lot of testing. You're going to do some split testing. You're going to see which sales funnels work better. So right now I'm in the sales funnel creation process. And so I'm going to have I was up all night last night working on a sales funnel. And it was so many pages. So I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to do a shorter version of that sales letter too, to see which one converts better once I run my traffic to it. So that's really important. Then after you get some testimonies, you can add that on to your sales funnel as well. And now it's time to do some paid advertising. And it's really, really important that during paid advertising time that you set a budget aside. Don't go and spend all your money on advertising, because then you will end up blowing it all, and then you'll find yourself having another problem. So make sure you set aside a budget that works well for you while you are growing your business or your idea. And it's really, really, I mentioned this earlier, the importance of having a couple of versions of your sales funnel so that you can test and see which one is converting better. After you have ran, you're going to be able to see what's working, what's not working. Now it's time to recreate. You want to go back to the drawing board again. You want to look at, how is my advertising working? How is my marketing working? And at this point in time, you should begin to see some type of results, some really good results. And so now you can put a price point on this, and your goal is to look for, it to go viral, to get some conversation going on about this. So now, now that you see everything is going viral, it's oh, this is really good. It's happening. So now it's time for you to expand and do some other things. It's time for you to get some things in place, because you don't want to have a business where you are stressed out, right? Where, okay, the money is rolling in, everything is working properly, but I can't handle it all. The reason that we create businesses is so that we can have time freedom. So you want to make sure that you have, gone out, hired some assistants, different, make sure you have a support in place. So when you start having customers complain, that that part is in place as well. So please make sure that you do that, as well as you want to have your standard operating procedures together, different, your schedules, how you will communicate with those who are working for you, and, just letting your employees know your expectations that you have for them once they start working for you. The next one is a 6th step is financial stability. You want to make sure your LLC, or however you're going to position your business, whether it's S Corp, just make sure that's properly in place. You've met with an attorney. Make sure you have a trademark on your name is trademark. Make sure you have your attorney in place. So if you end up with any legal matters, that you have someone to help you deal with that. Also your your accountant. So, for different financial things, you want to have that in place as well. So just make sure that you have that along with your insurance, investments, investors, all those things. And this is the place that you want to do this at. And these are some things, a lot of these things I learned from my mentor. So I love it when, from my experience, and then what I learned from him, and I can pull it in together. So, the last step of this process is to begin to remove yourself from your business. We create businesses so that we can be removed from them. And so it's really, really important that you have your operations manual in place in the event that you are not able to be there, and someone else can just step into your shoes and take over for you. And also, with that being said, you can also you don't want to show up all the time. Start taking some days off and going out and enjoying your life, and seeing, what type of people have I hired? What type of people do I have here? Do they have my business as their best interest? And then, definitely a part of that removing yourself is, and I really thought about this a lot lately, is a close friend of ours in the space passed away, and it's really, really important that we have an exit strategy. I've seen this in many situations. I've seen it in, business, and I've seen it in ministry where, when things are not in place, when there's not an exit strategy, it causes a lot of chaos and confusion. So it's really, really important that you have an exit strategy, whether, you want to sell, or whether you want, if you have a successor and, something happens to you where you are no longer able to run that business. It's really important that you have that strategy in place. So these are the 7 things. Oh, and I wanted to share with you also that, once you get to this point, you can actually go and create another business. It's time for another idea. You can bring it to life. And this is how people have more than one business. I used to think it was because they, did all these other things, but that's how they were able to have more than one business. They do what it takes, and they do it the right way. And as a result, they're able to create one business after the other. You guys, I hope you found that valuable information. And what I like to do is to invite you to go over to my blog at rachelekelley.com. Jump on my free newsletter. I have a newsletter. It says confidence over there, and I do a lot of confidence training for business owners. But you're going to find all kind of tips over there to help you to be able to grow your business. I look forward to sending you out more training. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know, like, comment, and share. Let me know if you found value in this training. And we look forward to bringing you the next training coming up soon. Take care. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.